lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky Tador. I love to make fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content. I also love to do weekly vlogs. I love to give my girlies some advice on how to optimize and look their best. So if that's something that you may be interested in, definitely give me a subscribe. Also check out my channel because there's a lot of other content that I make that you may also enjoy. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Everyone has been talking about beauty maxing in these last few months. It's beauty maxing, it's beauty maxing on TikTok, on Instagram, all the other social medias out there. Everyone is talking about how they can look their best and how they've been able to look their best. And I feel so qualified to speak on this because I used to look like this. So I have 5 tips on what I've been able to do and what I've done in the past to kind of help me get to where I am today. One thing I know for sure is that beauty maxing is not something that you just wake up one day and you just do and that you're forever like done. It's literally, I feel like it's a journey of learning more about yourself, what goes with you, and as a video goes on, you'll learn more about that as well. Number 1 on the list is your smile. When it comes to optimizing your look, you can look your absolute best, but as soon as you open your mouth and smile, that could pretty much ruin everything if you don't take care of your teeth. Your teeth and your breath as well. Like, let's say you look so beautiful, you're talking to somebody's face and your breath smells like absolute, yeah. So taking care of your smile, your breath is very, very important. I was born blessed with straight teeth. I never had braces, and so I've always had a nice smile. Now, if that is something that you're struggling with to get, and I know that a lot of people are struggling with that, I actually would suggest going to a professional. But one thing I know for sure is that investing in you always has the best return. I feel like it's one of the things where it's like, it's not really talked enough about, but it's one of the most important things. I know a lot of people in this industry ends up getting veneers because veneers is like the quickest way to get your teeth fixed. I am not a big fan of veneers just because I feel like most veneers do not look natural. Now, I've seen some people with their veneers look absolutely stunning. My only issue with veneers is that, like, what is this going to look like in 20 years? I don't know, 15 years. What is this going to look like? They're going to have to take all of them off, and my teeth will just be shaved, and that generally scares the absolute nerve out of my body. So if you're someone who's struggling and definitely need veneers, I suggest that you do get it, and obviously go to a professional, someone who can make the veneers look good, because I've seen some veneers out there and jump scare. Now, my next point would be a mindful and harmonized makeup routine. Sometimes we overdo our makeup. For someone like me, I'm still learning every single day. I had a different makeup routine every single day. Like, I wanted to try bolder looks. I wanted to go for it. Was always something new when it came to makeup with me. As I continue to grow and learning more about optimization and optimizing my beauty, and it was really about learning how to do one natural makeup look and then learning how to kind of twist it. That makeup is what I would wear basically everywhere, and if I'm going somewhere where it needs to be, you know, upgraded, obviously I would upgrade it, but it was kind of like one makeup look. Obviously it can be twisted a little bit, but not doing too much. Making sure that your makeup looks very natural and good is very important. Not too many colors. If you want to, you know, experiment, obviously do experiment. I love for you to experiment. Just make sure that you don't do too much with the colors, because that can actually, you know, kind of undo everything. Since we're on the topic of makeup, I also wanted to bring up a fact that as someone who used to hate being told to wear makeup everywhere, I remember it was this you know, older, you know, lady who was talking on TikTok, and she was like, you know what, when you don't wear makeup, you look like a maid. And that actually upset me so much, because I was like, how dare you say that I look like a maid because I don't like wearing makeup. While I don't completely agree with her that you look like a maid, that's not true. However, when you go outside and you take care of yourself, and if you take time to actually optimize how you look when you go outside, it's a different environment. People treat you differently, look at you differently. Everything is literally just amazing. And I mean, the reason I've been able to see is people pay, like, I would go outside and I wouldn't have to pay for food, right? I would go to a restaurant, they would decide to give me free food, or someone else, it would just be, people just treat you differently. They just hand you stuff out there. So it's just like, oh wow, you know, usually I wouldn't do that. It would just be like, you know, a regular occurrence or whatever. It would just be like, okay, I just go home and come back. But when I started to optimize and you know, just make sure that I before I step outside, even if I'm going to the corner store, I look good. Treatment completely different. People look at me so differently. I get treated differently. I get free stuff. It's actually insane the difference that I've seen. And so definitely invest in that when you're going outside. Even if you're running a quick, you know, errand, make sure that you look good when you go outside. Okay, before I leave and go to the next topic, just kind of think of your makeup as a way to enhance, you know, what you already have, and not a way to mask yourself. The next topic is really about the clothes that you wear. Okay, I have seen so many times, I've lived through it, I've seen many times where I would see, you know, an outfit on somebody online and I would buy it just because I feel like, okay, wait, it looks good on this person, so it's going to look good on me. And I get disappointed so easily. As you know, we continue to go on with this topic, you will learn more about how this is literally about you researching yourself. So find out the kind of body type that you have. What kind of body type do you have? Is it pear? Is it... They have all kinds of body types that you can research and kind of see on. So do research to find what kind of body type you have and what clothes will look good on your body type. If the clothes is too big for you, it will look very sloppy and just not put together. Do not wear wrinkled clothes outside. Also, do not wear clothes that are too small, that just hugs everything in your body. It also does not look good and doesn't look put together. So clothes that are really like just kind of tailored to your body. If you need to go to a place to get, you know, your size, so that you know when you're ordering clothes what kind of size you need to get, that would actually help a lot. Make sure that it is tailored to your body, because that makes a huge difference, and it complements your curves and complements your body. The next topic is weight loss and body composition. Ladies, as a person who has been fat all of my life, I have been called fat, I have been fat, I've seen myself huge, big, humongous, and so the fact that I've been able to lose so much weight, I have so far to go, but I've also come so far. And I've seen the difference that losing weight has made on my face. I used to have very round, puffy face, and so all my life it was just round face. Becky, round face. And so every time I thought of myself in the kind of shape of face that I had, it was always round face, because my face was very puffy and round. When I started losing weight, my face was not very round. And it wasn't even me who kind of noticed it, because I was still going with the round face, right? Becky has round face. So whenever I would talk to someone, it was like, you know, I have round face, not even noticing that I don't have round face. And people would point out to me, actually, no, like, you don't have round face. And so it was just like, it was such news to me, and I was shocked. I was like, no, I can have a round face. And they're like, no, you don't. And so, like, losing weight has really changed that aspect. It really snatched my face up. And like I said, I have a very long way to go, but I have also come so far. I'm able to look more elevated in the clothes that I wear. I'm able to, my face looks, even my makeup started looking better when I lost weight. So losing weight really did change my life, and is another way of optimizing and beauty maxing as well. There's a trend of an eating disorder going around, and no thank you, absolutely not. I don't think that ED looks good whatsoever, but I just mean, you know, reaching a healthy, good amount of weight where you can look good and feel good in the clothes that you wear. I think the most effective way of thinking about this is that your body is a base layer for everything. Your body is a base layer for the clothes, it's the base layer for the hair, it's the base layer for the makeup. Everything that you're doing, your body is literally the base. Last but not least, we have hair optimization. When it comes to hair optimization, I'm not just talking about the hair on your head. I am talking about the hair on your head. I'm also talking about your eyebrows. I'm also talking about your pubic hair. I'm talking about all the hairs that you have on your body, okay? The hair on your head, I always say, is your crown. You had to learn what goes with the shape of your head and what doesn't go with the shape of your head. That's why I mentioned before, this whole journey is a self-love journey. You're learning more about yourself, you're researching more about yourself and what looks good on you. And just because it looks good on me, just because it looks good on somebody on the internet, somewhere in your life, doesn't mean it's gonna look good on you. That's why it's good to kind of see the kind of the shape of head that you have, and what kind of hairstyle will look good and what will not look good. The number one rule is to just keep it simple. Like, the simple is always better, and it's not doing too much is usually the best option that you have. Okay, let's talk about your eyebrows. Your eyebrows and your teeth fall under the same category. People notice your eyebrows first. Your eyebrows make a very big difference in the symmetry of your face. Eyebrows, kind of decide whether your face is lopsided or not. Because as someone who has a lopsided face and lopsided eyebrows, I can say for a fact that eyebrows matter. I tried everything for my eyebrows, literally everything. I literally would go to the salon to get it waxed off, obviously for them to shape it nicely. I looked really, really bad, so I couldn't even do that. I stopped doing it. Then my friends they were getting threading, and the threading was working really good for them, so I was like, you know what, let me try it. I tried it. First time it looked amazing. I was like, I'm never going back. I'm gonna just get my eyebrows threaded. Second time it was iffy. Third time it was horrible. So I don't know what happened there, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna pay that much money just to look like a clown. So I just stopped getting my eyebrows threaded. One of my eyebrows right now, half of it is shaved off, and I just kind of fill it in. And that's literally what I do for my eyebrows to actually look somewhat symmetrical. Definitely treat your eyebrows like it needs to be treated, because it's very important, ladies. face. And now let's talk about your pubic hair and the other kind of hairs on your body. Now you have facial hair. At the end of the month before I shave, I have a mustache, I have hair growing on my chin. It's everywhere. That's why every month I like to shave my face to get the hairs off, and so it helps my face look so much better. My makeup looks more smooth, so there's no hairs kind of like poking out. Because I know a lot of girls, their face does not have a lot of hairs. They don't have to shave their face every month. Me, my hair, I have a lot of facial hair, so I have to shave every month. Some people don't produce a lot of arm hair. I do. I have hair everywhere, so I have to shave my arm and my legs, all of that kind of stuff. And so just making sure that you're upkeeping yourself is very, very important as well. And I don't want this to come off as me saying like you absolutely have to do this. You do not. It is a choice that you're making to be where you want to be. Making sure that all of your hairs are taken care of, ladies. All the hairs that you need to be taken care of are taken care of. But we have reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this video and sticking to the very end. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you learned something new. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video and enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a like on the video. Also, go give me a follow on Instagram and also on TikTok. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.